Next week.
Alright, so welcome everybody to Telligence.
Well, thanks for having me. This is my first time this type of thing, so bear with me. I'm going to talk about, not necessarily about myself today, but I'm going to talk about tips and strategies that you can use to apply to your business to help your website be an online success for now and also for the years ahead. So, who has a website? Alright, what's the definition of a website? Anyone?
Something on the web.
Online information.
Close? The surprise of
Get
it.
it? It's an extension of your business.
Yes, Bernie.
There you go.
It is. It's also a sales tool.
Sorry, Bernie, what was that?
It's an extension of your business.
Right, just making sure it wasn't.
Yeah. So it's a sales tool.
You would know.
Oh my God.
So what I'm trying to get at is a lot of people forget their website is the face of their business. You're obviously a brand, you see people, you talk to them, but your website is equally as important. And one thing I often see and come across is websites, they're not consistent in their branding. So Beck would agree, brand consistency is key, but many businesses, I spoke to one this week, Ultrapack, fairly large company, great look and feel, but when you look at the website, it doesn't reflect their business. But they didn't realise this. The other thing that happens with websites too, people don't articulate their message. They don't have the sales pitch, they don't talk or associate with their customers as well. They write the content, they write the copy for themselves, not for their target audience. So little things that help the websites make it more effective. And some of the things that we look at and talk to business owners about are, you've got to generate conversions, you've got to get leads through these things. And a lot of that can come down to design. So having consistent branding, wording that makes sense, funnily enough. One guy I spoke to many years ago said to me, when you write your copy, you should write your copy as if you're talking to someone in the pub. Keep it simple, keep it sharp, don't waffle on, don't talk about industry terms or jargon because you understand it and no one else does. Unfortunately, Dean might agree, business professionals can be guilty of that. Not Dean's side though. I think it's an ego thing. So again, when you're looking at websites, it is an extension of your business. It's talking and communicating to hundreds, if not thousands of people every day. So if anything, I want to get you to think about your website for your business as a sales tool. And a lot of websites that are not generating those inquiries or leads, there's generally something wrong. And also what you need to think about in that is measurement. A lot of businesses I talk to, again, they don't have measurement tools in place. So they don't even know how it's performing, or if it's working, or if they're reaching the right target audience. So there's many ways you can do this. There's certain software, Google Analytics is quite easy to set up. And again, after this morning, if you want to know a little bit more about websites and how to get the most out of it, I'm more than happy to have a consultation, sit down one-on-one. 10 minutes is not enough to talk about all this stuff. But also, in regards to websites and development, we also help a lot of clients to streamline their business process. So what that means is they've got a front-end website, it looks pretty, all that and this. But I talk to a lot of business owners too that have issues in their business. A lot of it's still paper-based, spreadsheets, these type of things. So we open their eyes up to there's new technology and things we can do to help with that. So we're building apps, we're building custom software applications to make their life easier. Again, I'll use another example. Again, I was talking to a guy at Ultrapack. He had huge challenges with his business, 16, 20 staff, on and off. It was all still paper-based. So what we're talking to him about now is building an online system so he can manage his business. It's going to save a lot of time. I think he equated to $100,000 worth of lost time due to mismanagement. So we're going to build a system around that. It's probably only going to cost him about $30,000. So his return on investment is pretty quick. But what he'll be able to do is access all of his orders, history, maintenance calls, all those things through the touch of the phone and so on. So that's again, think about your website as a sales tool. It can be a business tool. It can save you a lot of time. I think the problem with the word website, a lot of people associate it with a pretty picture. It should be much more than that. It needs to be a workable tool for your business. Also, in regards to websites, we also talk to people about it needs to be something that you can work with, something that you can update, log into, make changes, keep it simple. Other things we talk to business about too is producing content. Sam talks about it quite a lot, producing content for your website. The reason you want to do that is it's good to encourage repeat business, keeps people coming back. It's also great for search engines. The more copy you write, you can produce, it'll help with that transaction. Because when you're building relationships, you want people to come back, you want to build credibility, you've got to give them a reason. It's quite similar to search engines. You need to create that content, and that will help with your rankings and positioning. But before you even do that, I also talk to a lot of people about planning. They never plan before they start. They go, I've got to get a website. Why? Well, because I need one. That's not a good enough reason. So again, I help with personal planning. So that can come down to, okay, what is your business? Who are your customers? What are you trying to be found for? Who are you trying to attract? So sitting down doing the early stage of planning can make a huge difference. And again, that's another issue we see with clients. And some of the clients we do work with, we work with a variety. I'm dealing with 30 or so at the moment. It's been a good month for us. But it's ranging from anywhere from schools to business professionals to you name it. So the great thing I like about that is I get to learn about a lot of businesses. I hear about a lot of problems. That's part of the job I have now is some problem solver. So when I go in, we take the time, we listen, we understand the business, isolate the problems and then come up with a strategy. So it's really not a one-size-fits-all. The only problem with that is I spend a lot of time with people, which means I don't have a lot of time. But anyway, it's worth it in the end. They get the result they want, but also it's going to work for them long term. So the only other thing I wanted to talk about today was, obviously on the desk there, I put a few bits of paper. One of them is just some testimonials, just from some of our clients. But I've also got a brochure there about our content management system, which is basically a business in a box type thing. Really what it means is PowerSites is our proprietary content management system, so it's software, which we use, we've got about 900 plus clients using that platform. And what it allows our clients to do is easily log in, make changes to their website, but also do marketing activities, but manage business process. The great thing with that platform is we can customise it, we can build around it. Over the years, we've probably built about 40 to 50 different plugins that do different things to businesses. Some of them are quite custom. We've built a water quality management system off this product for a water utility. Built a tipping system for rover coaches in the Hunter Valley, which means, again, it's saving a lot of time in man hours. I think they went from 10 staff to 2. In the first weekend, they did $250,000 worth of ticket sales through that system. So it's quite robust. It's often what I talk to people about. It can start off quite small for a startup business, and then it can scale to whatever degree you need it to. So I thought I'd leave that with you today. Now, does anyone else have any questions about what we do, how we do it, who we do it for? Josh?
So, best type of industries that you'd like to pair up with and
Yeah, at the moment we're doing a lot of work for medical professionals. It's happening quite organically. I think what's happening is they're telling, we do a job and they'll tell the next one. So at the moment we're doing a lot of work for in the medical and specialist suites at John Hunter. We've got 3 clients and we're talking to another 2.
So what are you implementing there as far as questions?
Well, really the strategy for them is they just need someone to sit down and take the time and talk to them. They gave me the feedback that no one would take the time, sit down, understand what they're doing, and come up with a solution. And I find that quite a lot too. I've got a few lately in the manufacturing. Again, quite limited in their knowledge of the internet. They're sort of now realising they need a website, they're not sure how to approach it, what strategy to use. So they just appreciate that. I'll go out and see them, I'll sit down with them, I've got a series of questionnaires I'll run through, identify their needs, go through a need analysis. So it's really, I think it's a relationship, really. So a lot of people perceivably do what I do, websites. It's one of those words that I suppose is watered down a little bit, but what we do is really much more than that. So I think it's relationships.
Any other questions?
Yeah, but, can you guys develop online surveys to connect to someone's website?
Yep, as I mentioned, we've got 50 to 60 different business process management tools, and that's one of them. There's a survey component, email, SMS, booking systems. All these are quite modular that can fit in.
You can develop that into like an online training package if you want to.
Yeah, we've got an e-learning system at the moment, and it's something that you wanted to use, Bernie, and it wasn't quite to fit your needs. We can customise it to suit, so we can tailor these things. So people can start with a turnkey, but then they can evolve and grow with your business as your needs progress. You may be happy with that in 6 months, 12 months, in 2 years, your needs will change, you can customise, you can grow, which is probably one of the biggest advantages.
Awesome. Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much. And, if you haven't had a dance card with you, make sure you book one because, like you said, you can't fit everything into that 10 minutes. There's so much more to it. So thank you very much, Pete.